Hey everyone, I'm sick, so I'm at home filming, yay! Okay, anyways, this video is going to be about pencil brushes. Everything mentioned here will be soft enough for people with non-sensitive skin. And to start off, my holy grail pencil brush shape is the MAC 219 on the left right here. Everything from the density, length of the hairs to the width of the tip is what I look for in pencil brushes. Okay, so I'm pretty sure most of you are familiar with the shape, size, and just overall how the MAC 219 looks like. As you can see, when you press down on it, onto your skin, it doesn't have much flexibility, and it just doesn't really push into your skin as much, and that's what I really love about this pencil brush in general. Unfortunately, the MAC 219 is too scratchy even for some people with normal skin. I know MAC brushes in general are not that soft because I've owned a few, and yeah, it's just not my cup of tea. I've tried finding the perfect dupe for this brush, and the Tom Ford Smoky Eye number 14 is the closest. So push it here. Okay. Yeah, it's very, very close. I believe the Tom Ford is just like a little bit pointier at the tip right there. The Tom Ford is a lot softer than the 219, but has less resistance, so it'll push into the skin more than the MAC one. So let's see if I can do this. If you can see okay, I have to focus. Okay, if you can see the Tom Ford on the right, it just pushes down more easily when I push it into the skin. And application wise, it applies precisely, but since there isn't much resistance when compared to the MAC one, I wouldn't deem it holy grail status. It's a nice brush to have, but not a necessity in my book. And next up we have the Chikuhodo Takumi T-8 in the middle right here. It has longer hairs than the other two, and the tip is a lot pointier. So, okay, basically they're both very pointy, but yeah, the longer hairs in the body overall just makes the tip pointier. Like, I'm not sure if you can tell, but for the MAC at least, I think the majority of the hairs stop like here, and then for the Takumi T8, it's just like it stops like up here. Anyways, this was the closest brush I had to the 219 until I got the Tom Ford Smoky Eye brush. It applies product very nicely and has more resistance than the Tom Ford brush, but it's less precise. So when I push it down, yeah, it doesn't just it doesn't just go like very deep into my skin. Like, it doesn't push down as hard or as easily as the Tom Ford one. And I highly, highly recommend the Takumi T8. Love this brush a lot. Okay, and fourth up is the Koyudo C011 right here. It has little resistance like the Tom Ford Smoky Eye brush when you push it in. Yeah, and it can be scratchy for people in the winter with sensitive skin. Oh, I forgot to mention. Okay, so basically all of these brushes can be, like I said in the beginning, they are good enough for people with non-sensitive skin, but if you have sensitive skin, I would not recommend any of these in the winter time. Like, if you have dry, mature, or sensitive skin, then I would recommend only using these in the warmer months. But yeah, okay, so this Koyudo C011 brush is great for people on a budget. It's the cheapest one mentioned here today, and it applies precisely as well. The next brush I have is the Goss 5. This is the new version. So they used to have one that was, I think it was more, the shape was like longer in terms of hair length, and it looked more like a tiny crease brush than it did a pencil brush. So This is the smallest one amongst all of them here, and it's not very flexible on the eyelids, but when pushed down onto the hands, it seems to have about the same amount of resistance as the Tom Ford pencil brush. So let me just, oops. Yeah, it looks like the Tom Ford has a bit more. It's hard to tell because the Wayne Goss is like dark brown. But they have about the same amount of resistance when pushed onto the back of my hand, except when I use it on my eyelids, it's not as flexible. So this is the only one that's made out of blue squirrel. The rest are all made out of goat. I believe the Tom Ford, the Chikuhodo Takumi T-8 are made out of Chikuhodo, and the Koyudo C011 is either made out of Chikuhodo or Ototsuho. I'm not sure. But I will link every single one below, and you'll be able to figure it out. And yeah, so the Wayne Goss one, oops, my bad. Okay, I'm going to show you like them next to each other. It's a lot smaller than the Tom Ford, and a lot also the MAC 219. So this would be great for your lower lash line, applying precisely to small areas. And mine actually has 1 to 2 scratchy hairs in it, which is why I don't really like to use it. But if anyone's curious, the Wayne Goss 20 is a little bit longer than the MAC 219 and has a sharper point. It's also a little bit larger overall. I don't have that right now, but yeah, I hope this video was helpful, and thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, comment, and like, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.